I usually like to ask my guests to share with us how they came about giving your life to Jesus.
Mhm.
Just curious.
Yes. Well, my story started when I was very young. Actually, I got baptized at the age of 16. But like most teenagers who get saved young, get baptized young, we backslide, and life takes us, its
Yes,
course with us.
yes.
But my parents, I grew up in a mainly Catholic home. My mom grew up as a Catholic, so she kind of raised us in that sort of realm of faith. But I had a neighbor, a next door neighbor, that was a pastor, and she didn't have any children. So on a weekend when she was going to church and stuff, she would always take me along, or my mother would always be like, take her to church so that she could, I guess, get the Sunday off. And that's really where it started, or just somebody just, I guess, seeing that potential in me. And maybe even if she didn't see it, God saw it, and He used that neighbor as a vessel to kind of just sow that seed in my life.
Share with us one encounter, spiritual encounter, it could be in the physical, that really transformed your life. Something that God did for you that you cannot really give any man or yourself the credit, that only God came through for you. I'm just curious to know those type of things.
I've had so many, so crazy. Sometimes when I have stories and I share with friends, they're like, it's unbelievable. Sometimes the things that, you know, um, happen in your life when you look for it. Because a lot of times things happen and, we give ourselves the credit. You're like, this happened or it was just luck or whatever. But some years ago, I remember we had I had just had my second daughter, and I kind of had nowhere to live at the time. And I was at work one day and I just met this random stranger who was employed in one of the government agencies here that help people get houses and stuff. And even though I met all the requirements on paper, I was just having such a tough time. I guess maybe the enemy was trying to, to keep that from happening. And this gentleman, a complete stranger, he was not even a believer. In fact, he was a Muslim gentleman. He just took a liking to me. Nothing inappropriate, just he to this day still he refers to me as daughter, We just took a liking to me, and he assisted me with getting my own home. And by the age of 25, I owned my own home. And that was an answered prayer for me, because it's something that I told God from an early age. I always wanted to just own my own home, because I didn't want my children to grow up, with that instability, a sense of instability that I kind of felt when I was a child, moving back and forth, And it was just, I guess, God's way of just showing me that, hey, I remember everything, even the things that you feel I forget about, I remember it.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.